Black Compass Media back live with another one. Shout out to the people that's out there right now that are gonna see this. Everybody in society coming out of Thanksgiving. Just checking in, Tone, bro. I'm at a little bit of a loss right now, but I just I'm trying to get it together. All right, so bear with me, caffeine. We here. It's the road to volume 6. I just read another notification, man. I'm not gonna front. I did. I seen what's on the card now. So, in honor of that, I have a guest up here that I wanted to check in with. A lot of people requested this interview as well. Another check-in, which and he's on this card on volume 6, which and I think it's a very consequential matchup that he has. All right.
Very,
And we have trivia here too. So let's not even get that. So cause I seen some people saw that before on the caffeine. So we're gonna keep that going. But before we get into any of that, the guest himself, the man of honor, Chilla Jones. What's going on,
bro? What's up, boy? How you feeling?
I'm all right, man. Life is good.
Good.
Life is good.
I
can't complain about
life
nothing.
is very good. Life is very good, man. And the card keeps getting better and better, bro. I had no idea about that matchup with Ill Will and Danny. So
okay.
Yeah, card gets better and better, man. Right now, it's probably my favorite card of the year, depending on how it closes out.
Right. I think no, it has potential to have just so many good matchups. We'll get into your opinion of the matchups. I want to see what you think too, because I've been in that room and I know how competitive it is because it's such a consequential card. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you didn't even know about that matchup before it just got announced, you saying?
Nah, no idea.
Wow.
No idea.
Wow. Okay. But no,
yeah.
Chilla, it's good to tap in with you. By the way, is there any way you could turn the
Yeah.
Put the flip on? All right, bet. Much better. Shout out to the audience and all that too on Caffeine. Make sure y'all subscribe. But Chilla, volume 6.
Yeah.
Long awaited, long anticipated. A lot of people talking about this because to a lot of people, this is the matchup. This is the one to decide who's the guy. Now, I see what people are doing with K-Shine and everything, and you see how the card is stacking up too. So, you know, there may be other surprises. I don't know anything. But how do you view this matchup going into it? I mean, are we, is it, a week before, right? So we already done. We calm. Like, what's the vibes, man?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm locked and loaded, bro. If we needed to go tomorrow, I'd be ready. I'd be on a flight. But my mood is always is calm, bro. I never get too worked up about a matchup. You know what I'm saying? From Nitty to Twerk to all the matchups I've had since I've come back. I'm just calculated. I'm way more calculated than I used to be as a battler. Before it was all about just out rapping niggas. You know what I'm saying? Just having a better pen, having more bars, better writing, like that. Like that's all I used to focus on. Now I'm so calculated with everything that I do, including my writing, that it's like, now that I know how to focus that energy, man, there's a lot of niggas is gonna be in trouble, man. And y'all are seeing it this year. You know what I mean? Like, with the performances I've had this year, ever since Nitty, y'all are seeing it, man. And as I develop more, I get scarier and scarier every battle, man. So if B Dot survives what I have in store for him, then this is gonna be one of them ones.
Yeah, this is gonna be
if he survives what I have, then he is a strong man.
Wait.
He is a strong man.
What you mean? Okay, so because let's break this down, because I saw a clip going around. It said that you requested 4-minute rounds. Now,
I did.
let's talk about that. Like, why are we got that type of energy? Is it like you trying to what are you trying to go for with that? Like, why the longer round?
Because I feel like we're the main event, and I feel like we deserve that type of energy and that type of attention. You know, you really only see that with a certain caliber of matchup, right? You'll hear about round times if it's Mook and Rock. You'll hear about round times and how long the rounds is going to be, and you know, people will debate the approaches. What's Mook going to say? How's Rock going to, you know what I'm saying? This is one of those matchups, man, and it deserves the same type of respect. You know what I'm saying? And so anything that B Dot and I can do to show that and to prove that, I want us to do that. You know what I'm saying? As much as I want B Dot dead, and as much as I want to win Champion of the Year, I would love to give y'all another Chilla versus JC more than anything. More than anything. And I feel like B Dot is in that same mindset.
Okay.
And so, yeah, Champion of the Year would be nice. Yeah, a win over B Dot would be nice. The ultimate prize is another all-time classic for the culture. And there's not a lot of matchups with that kind of potential. It has to be treated as such. So I wanted the longer rounds because I want him to be able to get off his points. I don't want him to have to worry about taking out some really good material because we're confined by time limits. And at the same time, I didn't want to confine myself with the time limits. I want him to be in as creative a space as he can, because I am in a hell of a space right now, creatively. And that extra time just allows me to show so much more of my repertoire. So, you know, it's definitely a benefit for me, but we know what B Dot does, especially in this third round. That could play to my disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? If he has a killer angle and I give him another, you know, 30 to 45 seconds to really dig deep into it. Pause. So, you know, but I think it adds intrigue, and the fact that we even having this conversation is exactly what I wanted to accomplish.
Right.
I want people to ask themselves, why are they doing 4-minute rounds? I want people to think about it. What can B Dot do with an extra 45 seconds? What is Chilla gonna do with an extra 45 seconds? I want that to be something that y'all think about and talk about as we lead into the battle.
Right. And it takes a certain level of the first thing that comes to my mind is that it takes a certain level of trust to be able to say I can go 4 minutes with this guy, because there's a certain type of respect that you have to have in order to do that, right?
100%. 100%. Because you don't do that. You don't do that with everybody, and every matchup doesn't warrant that. So yeah, and that's what I mean by when I say this is one of the ones. It needs to be looked at and treated like it has the potential to be one of the best battles in the past 5 years on URL, because it has that potential.
Right. I mean, yeah, high stakes. Both had great years, memorable work. You know what I mean? Debatable work. I mean, we going back and forth on who has a stronger resume, who was able to kind of separate themselves and things like that. I think it has to be settled right here. This is the perfect time to do it. But what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I've had that conversation also with myself. You know what I'm saying? And everybody who's a you know, a candidate, the B Dots, the Holmesies, the Ill Wills, the Bill Collectors. Look, you know, I've looked at everybody's resume and their level of performances, and there's a lot of different ways you could look at it, bro. Right. You know, depending on what you value as a fan. You know what I'm saying? I think Ill Wills had a phenomenal year.
Great.
He beat 2 people in one night. Incredible performance against John, who's super hard to beat. You know, not to mention that, you know, the things he's done on RBE. He's had a really good year, and if you put a lot of weight on the fact that he beat 2 people in one night, that could be the deciding factor.
Right.
B Dot has had a great year. He,
Nitty.
they say 30 Holmesy, they
Yeah.
say 30 Nitty, they
Yeah.
say 30 Top.
That in 30 top. I don't
And
know.
I don't think so either. But
Right. Well, okay.
I hear that
Okay.
here and there.
Sure.
But I thought it was 2-1. But and then he has a rooftop classic with Saga. So he has a great resume, and his performances have been very high level. If you look at mine, I feel like I maybe have I think maybe the strength of schedule is a little better than most, because I had Twerk, I had Geechee right after that, I had Jerry West right after that, who just had a great performance against Danny.
Right.
And then I had Real Sick after that, who just had a great performance against B Magic. So if you look at like the people on my resume and the strength of schedule, I think that's where I have B Dot beat and most everybody else. But again, as a fan, it just depends on what you value. It depends on what's important to you. Some people don't care about your strength of schedule. You could battle eight different people, and maybe none of those are huge battles. But if you perform well in all of them, some people might have you as champion of the year because they saw you 8 times and you were great.
Right.
Just depends.
And if they say you had, so with the Jerry West battle and with the Real Sick battle, one of the narratives is that, okay, these are close battles. Even if they have you winning both of those are close battles. Whereas B Dot like clearly got the battle. It's just what you want to say, 3-0 or maybe 2-1, or maybe you want to argue around. So that's what I think people do with you. But to me, that kind of cheats the conversation because it doesn't keep in mind what Real Sick and what Jerry West have done for the year. They've been great this year. You see what I'm saying? And part of that is because they battled you. So that's kind of what I think about it. But what do you think about that comparison?
I think about it the same way, man. And when I, like I've heard the argument about how well B Dot has done and the clear wins, but if you break it down and say, okay, he beat Holmesy, but Holmesy battled 5 times in 2 months. Okay, that's as a battler, that's something I think about.
That's a good point.
A normal fan probably doesn't think about that.
I didn't even, you know what? And I was a judge, and I didn't even put that together like that. But yeah. That's the time.
Holmesy will probably tell you himself he was maybe a little winded creatively. He beat Nitty very clearly on the roof, but where does that Nitty performance rank in the hierarchy of Nitty battles? It's not that high. You know what I mean? So that's like, I understand the name value, but that's where that having that argument about how well he's done, when you take those things into consideration, it doesn't seem as impressive.
The fact that he didn't get the K-Shine Rum Nitty, maybe minus the choke, but because he didn't get that caliber, that high level of what we know Rum to be, then it's like it kind of takes away the value of the quality of the win, the points in the win. Like, what are you trying to say?
It definitely does to me, because if I beat the Chiefs and they didn't play Mahomes, I'm not necessarily going to feel like if I see them in the playoffs with Mahomes that I have a good shot. If a team right now beats the Chiefs without Mahomes, are we going to look at that and be like, man, the Chiefs are going to be in trouble come Jan? We're not going to do that. We're going to say, Mahomes didn't play. Let's see what happens when Mahomes plays. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I know every fan is not going to see it that way, and I get it, because B Dot shouldn't be penalized for, how well his opponents did.
I'm glad you said that, because I could hear the keyboards right now. Like, for sure. No, and I absolutely understand that also.
But I only say that. I only use that argument for the people that are going to use the, he won, he dropped 30 here or dropped 30 there. If that's people's argument to tip the scales, that's how I would counter it. That's all. But B-Dot's been phenomenal, man. Like, no matter how well his opponents have done, he has performed at a very high level, very consistently. I think he's gotten better every battle this year. And, I got, as much as I want to tear him down and discredit him,
Right.
I can't. I can't discredit anything that he's done this year or even in years prior, man. He's moved well. He has consistently performed at a high level. He has maybe one or two losses, but even in those losses, he performed really well. You know what I'm saying? You can't really point out a bad B-Dot performance. And he's 5 years in and he's still getting better. That's scary.
Okay.
That's very scary.
Yeah.
It is. I could stand in front of something super scary come the 12th. I hope I do, because that's what I want. That's what I signed up for.
Okay. And I mean, to be a bigger picture kind of person about it, because I know B-Dot's like, he looks at everything individually and things like that. I do think y'all battle is a statement about the year, because I'm starting to see it more and more in the interviews where battlers and UC fans and members of the media trying to kind of put a little asterisk around this year in general, in terms of, what was what. I get it. The stage isn't open. It's still MCs doing what they do up there. It's my point. But would you look at this battle, like, is there pressure on this battle to live up to a certain expectation because of that fact? You guys are the top guys this year. So in essence, they would be discrediting you, right? By saying, well, this year wasn't that. Or do you not look at it like that? You know what I mean?
No, I absolutely would take that as a discredit. You know what I'm saying? Because, I understand that, obviously the culture this year has been super different compared to previous years. But you could look at that both ways, man. You could look at that in a way that says Chilla's been literally traveling and risking his fucking health to put on these performances with 10 days prep and 11 days prep, and you know what I'm saying, came outside for the vets, for rookies versus vets. Like, you can look at it either way, man, but I don't feel like the fact that we're in a pandemic has lessened the accomplishment of Champion of the Year. I actually think the total opposite. I think to win it this year is a bigger accomplishment than winning it any year previous.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I like equivalence, but you're saying this is a bigger deal. Why?
Yeah.
Why? You got to break this down. I'm going to take
because
notes. I got a pen and a paper here right now.
It's super easy, because small rooms ain't for just anybody. Small rooms ain't for just anybody. And so we've seen for the past 10 years with the Summer Madnesses and the Gnomes and the big stages, and how heavy those battles weigh on this type of competition. For the guys who never make those cards, what kind of, how does that change the odds for people? Right. If B-Dot is only on Summer Madness, or if Chilla Jones is only on Gnome because it's a pandemic and he would not be on Gnome on it, any other occasion, then how am I going to be Champion of the Year against the guys that are on that card every fucking year? How much harder do I have to work? It's different in this pandemic. Because whether you're a top tier MC, God tier MC, PG, mid tier, bottom tier, veteran, whatever term you want to classify, you are in the same sized room. You have to rap. You have to perform. You have to be fucking good. If you are not, you will die. you will lose. We've seen it in rookies versus vets battles. We've seen it in big stage battles, big cards. It's tougher to survive in a small room than it is on a big stage. So if you're winning Champion of the Year in a year where you're battling under the most, no crowd circumstances, and it's, to me, it's a way bigger accomplishment to say I won Champion of the Year in a year where rapping itself meant way more to the culture than any other year before.
Wow. And you know what? You know what the synergy is? Is with actual hip hop, right? Like with hip hop, with mainstream, rap. I mean, because it's all hip hop, but mainstream rap, like the lyrics and the people that really can make quality stuff. That's what everybody was rocking to, because clubs wasn't open. So lyricism was what we was listening to. That's why, Benny and Conway was what we was all listening to for the whole year. But I get what you're saying. But I do think though there's some people who are used to the crowd helps them. The crowd does help them. It's a little bit easier. Maybe they already have that built-in charisma. How do you think this year will impact battle rap moving forward? I have a theory that there will be things that you'll see and maybe different behaviors that fans will probably come armed with based on this year. But what do you think? Like, how do you think this year will impact battle rap going forward?
The only thing I think that's going to change, because I think when the crowds come back and we can throw events again, I think it's going to go back to the way it was. But the biggest difference I think that's going to is I think that you're going to see way more big names in small rooms. And I think that was a tougher thing before. Like when you saw Surf on a Volume versus Reed, it was like, okay.
Yeah.
I want to see what's going to happen. If we got an announcement tomorrow and there was Hitman in a small room, you would be like, and I think a lot of that, I think a lot of that is going to happen probably in the next year. I think the appreciation for small rooms is back. And I'm glad it's back. It deserves to be as marquee and as important as the big stages do, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, well, Volume is already the most important card I think URL holds every year, without a doubt. I've thought that now for the last 5 volumes, right? Like, so it's just like that right now. So okay. So as far as this battle going on, you also have on the card, which I think is competing sort of for that top billing space for a lot of people, K-Shine and Pat Stay. Now, what's your thoughts on that? We can run through the rest
That's
of the
gonna be
joint.
wild.
What do you think, bro? What's up, man? I gotta get your opinion on that one.
Yo, that's gonna be. I said this recently somewhere. I don't remember, but yo, any other time, any other place, I would have Pat Stay winning. I don't have him winning in a small room.
Any other time, any other place, you would have Pat Stay.
I would have Pat Stay winning. I think Pat Stay is one of. I think Pat Stay is one of the best in the world.
Okay. Yeah.
I think Pat Stay on a big stage has a chance against anyone on earth. I'm curious how that's going to translate in a small room with K-Shine. I love K-Shine in small rooms. His energy, his performance, his pen is so. He's so underrated for his pen. People don't really pay attention to his pen. He says a lot of fire shit.
Yeah.
So a lot of fire shit. And his pen is still getting better too, which is super dope. I feel like Pat Stay's charisma and crowd control are his biggest defense against people like Kayshawn. If you take the crowd out of the battle, I don't know how effective Pat Stay's charisma is going to be through caffeine.
Okay.
It's a different feeling when you're in a room from when you're watching it on camera, which is why people leave events. Oh, so-and-so got smoked. And then you watch it on camera and it don't look like that.
Yeah.
Because the energy in the room and the reactions and everything that was happening made you think that somebody won that didn't actually win.
But is that part of it though? I always had that like, and I don't mean to make this like too inside sports or like, you know, hardcore fans only. I'm sorry if you just casual with this, but I always thought about that. Is that part of winning though? Because the people are part of it though. They're part of the show. So, you know, going back to the old MC thing, like rocking the crowd is like, you know, that's how a lot of people won battles back in the day, right? So I always thought, is that part of it? But that's just me.
Nah, I do think it's part of it though, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you know, I was saying that too to somebody recently about, you know, B Dot saying he didn't want to rap in front of crowds anymore. Like when crowds come back, he wants to fall back. And I was saying, you know, the very nature of a MC, quote unquote, is to move the crowd. If you only rocking when there's no crowd, you losing your MC license, ain't you? Like that's what you. ain't that the whole reason why we do this for? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I thought so.
Yeah. You know, but yeah, nah, you're right though. A crowd is a big part of it, and I, you know, low key, I wish this battle, and I also wish Goods and Geechee was happening with a crowd. But it definitely adds a level of interest for me, knowing that it's going to happen in a small room because I want to see what Goods specifically and Pat specifically, I want to see how they handle it.
Yeah. And, you know, and the thing people forget is that a lot of those guys who rock these crowds started off in small rooms, right? Like everyone kind of started off.
Yeah, Goods and Lions Den.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
they know what they're doing is what we're saying here. You got any predictions you want to toss? I know you on the card, and I heard somebody say I don't do predictions for cards that I'm on. I heard that. I thought that was kind of dope, but on some baseball superstitious type shit. But you have like
I'm not invested in any matchup but mine, so I'll predict.
Okay.
You know, I got no problem. So I got K-Shine 2-1.
K-Shine 2-1. Clear? Or are we gonna talk about it? Are we gonna have a discussion? Or is it gonna be clear? Come on, Chilla.
We're gonna talk about it.
We're gonna talk about it. All right.
I can't do that to Pat.
All right,
but,
bet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got Geechee 2-1. Over Goods.
Whoa. Okay.
I got Ars 2-1 over Jerry.
Okay.
And this newest one, give me Ill Will 2-1, man. Ill Will is scary right now.
Ill Will is scary. Yeah.
Ill Will is scary right now.
Yeah.
Give me Ill Will 2-1 versus Danny.
Okay. That's a lot of good work on that card, man. And not even just
much.
Yeah, it's just like it's like one of those like how many it's only gonna maybe be a handful of rounds that aren't just like fire. Like I'm expecting 3 good rounds from most of the people on this joint. You know what I'm saying? So and that's you can't always expect that, but that is what it is. Now I wonder what type of arsenal is going to show up for Jerry West, because to me West was gaining momentum. You know what I'm saying? And like kind of got to a point where it's like, yo, he is wherever the high level is, he can meet it, but can he surpass that level? You know what I'm saying? And Arsenal giving him a shot, I think, is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? But like you battle West, do you feel like he's progressing?
Yeah, if you look at Jerry's year, man, he has the best resume this year, regardless of whether you feel like he's win, loss, or draw. Really think about Jerry's resume. He had John beginning of the year.
Yeah.
He had Rum Nitty on Genesis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He had me.
Yeah.
He had Danny.
Yeah.
He has Ars. He had Geechee on the quarantine.
Yeah.
And I feel like he has Suge this year also.
I think so. I
I
think he
don't know if
battled
that was
Suge
you
face to
all.
face. He battled Suge. He smoked Suge too. But
He beat Suge.
yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
so if you look at all those battles, if Jerry West would have clearly won like
Oh yeah, B Magic. Jesus.
B Magic on the
Yeah.
roof, yep. Yo, Jerry's resume this year has been crazy,
It
bro.
has
Like
been crazy. Yeah.
he's gotten some nice looks. So to end it with Arsenal, if he ends it with a really good showing against Danny and then a really good showing against Arsenal,
Mm-hmm.
he's setting himself up to have a really good 2021, yo.
Yeah.
He's yeah.
I
Salute to
think
Jerry.
you
He's
know,
been grinding.
and I think and a lot of fans talk about this too, is like, yo, when somebody progresses to that next level, that next tier, you know what I'm saying? And like, you going through a system, you probably know about this, is where it's like, I'm in the mix now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really in the mix. Like, I feel like Jerry's really in the rotation. And I almost feel like Real
Yeah.
Sick is almost like really in the rotation. Easy as well, where it's like now you can start giving the matchups. Like, describe that point like in your career where it's like, all right, I'm here. Like they got me now. Like I'm in the, you know what I'm saying? Like I get these big
Yeah.
billings now. You know what I'm saying? Like, how was that for you in your career?
Um it was definitely a relief, man, because I especially after the JC battle,
Mm-hmm.
I felt a lot of pressure. I felt a lot of pressure to duplicate that battle. And so I felt like every, with Magic, with DNA, I felt like with every, battle I had after JC, I was so obsessed on elevating the writing and bringing 3 rounds that were just as electrifying as my JC rounds. And it was tough. And so, I would say I finally reached that point when I battled Arsenal. We co-headlined, I think it was High Stakes 2 with Hitman and Suge. I think it was 2017. That was when I felt like, people starting to like respect me for what I've done, for my talent level. And so that moment was incredible for me. It is a sense of validation that you feel, that your hard work is paying off. And I feel the same way this year with the way this year has turned out for me. I feel like all my hard work this year, and then even in years prior, this pandemic has given me a chance to really, really showcase what I can do.
Right.
I feel like I've, this has been another one of those moments for me this year, where I've elevated and reached a new level of, being in a certain type of rotation. So, yeah, man, it's a very rewarding feeling. I think that's the best way to describe it.
I think it is crazy because once upon a time, not long ago, people were talking about how, okay, chilling with the KOTD dominated over there. Oh, that's KOTD. Oh, that's man.
That's
Come
chaos.
on, chill over there talking to them white boys scheming about car
Yeah.
parts. Like, we heard it all, Chilla.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not all that. We know it. But now, look how times have changed. Look at the combos now. Look at the
Look how
inboxes.
times
Look at the
have
inboxes is different now, right? Like,
it's a little bit different, man. But it took work, man. I
yeah.
took Nitty out the gate, Twerk 30 days later, Geechee in LA on the roof, Jerry 14 days prep, Sick 11 days prep. It took work. You know what I'm saying? Like it took work to get to that point. But I'm just grateful to have the opportunities, man. That's all I've ever wanted. No matter what league I was with or where I was battling, I've just always wanted the opportunities, man. You give me the looks, I'm a sure thing, bro. I'm batting 1,000.
Batting
Just
1,000, huh?
give me the right names, and I'll get you a good battle. You know what I'm
No
saying?
doubt.
Like a great battle, a potential classic every time I step out there. As long as people know that when they see Chilla on a card, that there's a potential for a moment that you'll never forget, that's all I'm worried about.
Okay, no doubt, man. And I'm looking forward to this year too. And I do think when everything opens back up, when the world gets back together, there's gonna be a lot of like, you know how at the end of like a stage you collect like coins and XP and all that. I think a lot of the that's some nerd Sonic the Hedgehog type, but we gonna keep it
Final
moving. But
Fantasy, yeah.
yeah, but you know how it is. But like I think so next year, I think there's gonna be a lot of fans who walk through those doors like, nah, he held it down during quarantine.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? For you,
Yeah.
for Doc, for everybody who was battling, doing their thing, showing up, I think a lot of fans are gonna remember that. You know what I mean? So I do think there may be
I hope so.
opportunity to kind of get a resurgence in that place as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're right, man. And the pandemic is gonna be something that we carry with us until we go. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been a life-changing, life-altering, life-shifting, whatever type of phrase or term you want to use.
Man.
You're not in the same place you were when this started. I guarantee it. There's no way. To be, a battler that the culture associates with this time, where the world stood still, where everything shut down. And the only thing that was going when sports was gone, when there was nothing to watch, when there was nothing to do, and all you had was this app and need caffeine and these battles, to be one of the battlers that y'all remember during this time, that's honorable, man. That's legendary, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if I am that, to you or anybody else, man, I appreciate the opportunity to provide for y'all during this time. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. That might be one of those humble statements I've heard of battlers say, like, especially in this era too. Like it is a as a fan, it's dope that y'all able to hold it down, and that's through all the leagues and everybody that has been putting on. Because I know even how hard it's been to travel, let alone put on events, even in a closed setting where you just setting everything up. It's still tough to do. So we appreciate you for that, bro. And for bringing 100%. We never have a doubt you're going to have 3 rounds. It's just a matter of, how great is the other guy usually. But now it's 2 guys that we going to see. We going to see, man.
Yeah.
We going to see.
Yeah.
I see the pre-narratives forming too. Like that's why I wanted to ask you about the other battles and the resumes and stuff, because I see what people try to do. So they upgraded B-Dot's win against Holmesy to a body bag. Then they said you, quote, struggled with 2 guys you shouldn't have struggled with West and Sick. And I don't say struggle. To me, that language is, you see what I'm trying to say, how these arguments form online. You understand?
Yeah. There's a positive and negative version of every word. So you can take, the word struggle, you can spin that narrative around and still, give the same intention behind it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think I struggled with with neither one. I thought it was a good battle on both sides. I think I won both battles. And I think Jerry West and Real Sick performed really well. You know what I'm saying? I don't think their stock dropped or anything.
Yeah.
Obviously mine didn't drop. But yeah, I see the narratives forming. I see the, he had a good battle with this person, and okay, but people see the difference when you say, oh yeah, he struggled with Jerry, and then Jerry goes out there and people say he dropped 30 on Danny.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but if that's true, and then you have Real Sick, people say he dropped 30 on my bro Magic. How can you look at them and say, oh, Chilla struggled with them, and see what they're doing against other elites talent?
You sound like Murder Mook
how,
now.
how does that, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't add up for me. You know what I'm saying? I can't understand that. But
okay.
People gonna spin it to however they want to spin it, Tony. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you know that. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is get ready, because I see them forming in the group. I'm in the groups and all that. They yell at me all day and call me bums and all that too. Shout out to the comments. But this is the type of narratives that I'm seeing forming. And here's another one I like. Chilla can't just say anything to B-Dot. B-Dot really from that cloth. There's no way Chilla can talk that shit to B-Dot. Like, that's the other one. Yeah, I had a gentleman yell that to me at the top of his lungs. You a nerd too, Tone, bro. Y'all nerds can't talk to a real nigga like that. That's what he said to me. That was his defense, Chilla. That's how deep in these arguments we get.
So you can't be a real nigga nerd now.
I don't know what he was trying to do.
You can't be a real nigga that like enjoys battle rap and anime and.
I guess not. But he's saying you can't talk a certain way to B-Dot. B-Dot can talk a certain way to you. You can't because that's not authentic. That's what he said.
I mean, that's if you assume you know how I'm approaching.
Okay.
You know, it could be could be a different Chilla, man. Oh, you never know. Okay. You never know. I might not scheme the whole battle.
Wait a minute. All right, let's not get carried away. Let's not. What do you mean you might have schemed the whole battle?
I'm just saying that there might not be a scheme in the whole shit. You never know with me. Okay. That's what I don't. People overlook this about me all the time. I adjust my approach for everyone. So when I battle Jerry and I have a third round angle comparing him to the real Jerry West, that's not just a bunch of punches and schemes. It's a very well executed angle that still has all the elements of a great Chilla round that y'all love. I can adjust my style for anyone. I can rap any type of way. I can rap the same way B-Dot does. I can rap the same way Daylight does. All that is cool. All that is fine. But that's how they rap. I don't rap that way. I rap the way I rap. Okay. So I understand people may enjoy his delivery a little more, or maybe his energy. There's always a difference, though, when you put two things side by side. You never know how they're going to look when they're contrasted.
Okay. All right.
Should be interesting.
Yeah. The air of confidence, like the confidence is different, all right. I hear it.
Hey, I feel good, man.
Okay. All right.
I feel good. I know. You ever play I Declare War, right? You put the joints down, you look at the joint, and you got the ace of spades, and you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, you got him.
It's one of them. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of them. It's just one of them. Like I'm looking at my card that I'm finna put down to win the game. Different. I feel good about my chances, bro.
Bruh.
I feel really good.
Bruh.
Really good.
Man. Listen, I'm looking forward to it, bro. Volume 6 this weekend and everything like that. URLTV.tv as well. Now, before you go, I do have some trivia. Now it's trivia, and I want to go through this with you because I wanted to start this as well. It's all regional, so it's all Boston-based trivia. Now, I didn't tell you anything beforehand or anything like that.
Not at all.
And you know what I'm saying? So rest in peace, my man Alex Trebek. But we gonna get the trivia going. All right. Now I say trivia, but some of this stuff is just your personal opinion too. All right.
Okay.
All right. So first question is kind of a fact-based type of thing. All right. So we just gonna start here. This multi-platinum R&B group started in the late '80s and spawned the careers of Bobby Brown and Johnny Gill.
Audition. Salute, shout out to Orchard Park.
All right.
Roxbury, a building.
Orchard Park. Shout out to Orchard Park. All right. Let's get to another one. Now, this one is sort of like, this is an opinion-based type of thing, but I just want to see what your order is in this. Rank them. All right?
Okay.
Movies. Boston-based movies. Good Will Hunting, The Town, Departed. Rank them in order.
Good Will Hunting,
for you,
The
personally.
Town, and The Departed. The Town is last. And
okay.
These two are a toss-up. I'm gonna go Goodwill Hunt. I'm gonna go Goodwill Hunting.
That gotta be that.
I think most Bostonians would go The Departed though. I'm gonna go Goodwill Hunting though.
Okay. All right. So we got that one. What year did the Red Sox break the curse? Look how it turned up.
You gonna get my Boston card revoked.
Yo.
Nah, that was. Was it 04?
That was 04, my man. Yeah. Yo, Chilla's still allowed downtown. Chill out, y'all.
We hit.
He's still allowed at the harbor. Chill.
We hit. Let's go.
So Red Sox big historic event, and then y'all just kept like being good and shit. I'm like, all right, y'all got y'all one. Niggas wanted to keep winning, and then it was a weird loop where like all the Boston teams was winning shit at the same time. Y'all was winning the Stanley Cup and the Super Bowl, and then another Stanley Cup, and then another. I'm like, all right, fuck this. Okay.
All right. Oh, Title Town, baby.
Yeah, I know. Hey, but don't act like y'all remember where y'all came from. I remember. All right, so anyway, but let's talk about a much greater time in basketball. Larry Bird's 1986 team on the Celtics had 4 other Hall of Famers. Can you give me 3 of the other 4 Hall of Famers that he played with?
86?
1986.
Man. McHale
is one.
Parrish
is 2.
Did Dennis Johnson Hall of Fame? I'm gonna say man, I want to say either Dennis Johnson or Danny Ainge. I'm gonna say Dennis Johnson.
That's correct. Yeah.
All right.
That is
Who's
correct.
the 4?
Now Bill Walton was on that team as well, but by this time he was already, you know what I'm saying? He was collecting checks. Yeah. Let's be honest. He was stealing checks, like you know. But yeah. So Bird at one point had 5 Hall of Famers on his team. Shout out to Larry Bird, man. They still was what they was. But all right. Now, okay, here's another one. What time is happy hour in Boston?
Man, I bet you Real Deal knows.
Think about it. Think about it. Happy hour in Boston.
Yeah. I'm going to say 6:17.
It's a trick question, man. Happy hour is illegal in Boston. You guys don't actually have happy hour.
I didn't know that.
It's illegal, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They definitely still promote it like shit.
Yeah, I know, but it's not technically legal to have happy hour in Boston. Yeah. Google it. Yeah, it's a thing.
That's a good one.
All right, I got one for you. Now, Tom Brady, greatest quarterback all time. I don't want to hear anything. My era, kick bricks. We got to see what Russell Wilson does with the rest of his career because it's looking promising.
Facts.
But Tom Brady, the GOAT. Now, Tom Brady 01 gets in the Super Bowl. What quarterback did he replace to do that?
01, Bledsoe.
Correct. That is correct.
Drew Bledsoe got hit on the sidelines by Mo Lewis on the Jets. Somebody check that.
That is correct. Look at that. Look at Chilla. All right, bro. Yo. Don't try to come up here and show out like he got tackled by. You know who hurt him, Chilla? Come on, bro. Chill out, bro. You see what he trying to do. Hey, shout out to Boston. Now this last question is pertinent. The first man to die in the American Revolution was a black man named
Crispus Attucks.
Correct. All right.
Yep.
That's correct. All right.
For sure.
Boston, man. Boston. That's the trivia right there. The only yeah, you did well. You did good.
We here.
You did good. Yeah, next time. See, and then as we do more of these, it's gonna get like more and more difficult. Like, cause you did good with this, so we probably gonna level up next time. It'd be some other things asked. Cause I don't like how you just you did the whole Bledsoe thing. I don't like that. You kind of flex a little bit with that. I don't know, but nah, I appreciate it, bro. You know what I mean? Real talk. You know, it's always an honor to get together.
That was dope though. That was dope. You put me, man. That Red Sox joint. I'm not really a big, like I don't be like, I really follow the Celtics and the Patriots. I don't really follow the Sox and the Bruins as much. So if you'd have done like a Bruins question, ooh, you might have got me out of there.
Yo, man, the Bruins was winning them titles too at the same time, bro. So
yeah, you're right.
It's
they
all
definitely
good,
got a couple.
man. But nah, I appreciate you, bro, and I definitely think, regardless of what happens against B-Dot, I think, you know, I can trust that it's going to be a good battle. But I think you've had a great year and answered a lot of questions. So the level of respect on your name has to be a certain way, in my opinion. So I appreciate you for the work ethic and the consistency. Everybody wants to be a star. Nobody wants to put in that consistency to be able to be on those top cards, right? So, and you do that, brother. So I just want to commend you on that.
Hey, appreciate you, Tony. Appreciate everybody, you know what I'm saying, that tunes in, that watches, that gives us a fucking reason to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an honor, man, to really be able to perform and put on for the culture.
No doubt, man. No doubt. And shout out to the whole society, man, everybody that's out there, too. Black Compass Media, definitely be another feature tonight as well. But make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We'll have all the information there as well. Oh, one more thing, Chilla, where can they find you? How can they follow you? Things like that. The social media for everybody.
Yeah, holla at me on Twitter at Chilla Jones, Caffeine Chilla Jones, Instagram Chilla Jones, and for all things Chilla Jones, www.chillajones.com. Be on the lookout for the new merch. I got something new dropping right around battle time, so stay tuned.
Okay, so right around battle time, we can expect a new drop. All right,
yeah,
all right, that's what's up, man. But yo, man, shout out to the whole society. You know what I mean? Stay tuned. Shout out to the whole team. We're gonna be out here as well. Shout out to Caffeine, and y'all be safe. Chilla, bruh.
Yes, sir.
Go put that work in. I don't know what to say. I don't want to tell you to go practice. That's presumptuous. I don't want to do that. But yeah, be ready though. Be ready.
I'm gonna be ready.
Cause he talking heavy.
I know. I let him talk. I say my talk until we get there.
All right. Till then, hey, you be safe till next time. All right.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right. Peace.
Peace.